Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us this morning for our Meet the Learner session. We'll get started in a couple of minutes, but if you are on YouTube and you're live with us this morning, please do use the live chat function. Let us know which school you're joining us from. Let us know how many people you've got in your class as well. My name is Roddy Graham. I'm from the Inspire Learning team down here in the Scottish Borders, and I'll be facilitating today's session alongside our wonderful college and university students. I'll give a couple of minutes just for everyone to get in, to get as many people through the door as we possibly can. So we'll get started in a couple of moments' time so you can enjoy our little funky music until that point. Okay, good morning to you all and welcome along to today's Meet the Learner, our college and university students. My name is Roddy Graham from the Inspire Learning team down here in the Scottish Borders, and you are very welcome to our live stream this morning. Today, we are going to hear from a combination of university and college students who are studying undergraduate degrees in computing and are taking their first steps towards a career in technology. During this online event, we will be talking about their learning journeys. They'll be explaining why they've chosen to study computing at university or college, what they are currently learning, what they're enjoying most about their courses, and what they intend to do after their studies as well. This is an interactive session, so we are encouraging you to get involved, to send your comments on the YouTube live chat, and also to have some devices ready because there are some interactive parts of our session that we're going to be looking at as the day goes on. So our real aims for today are to help remove the barriers or preconceived ideas which young people might have about training in technology, and also to help young people understand the benefits of training in technology as well. And our students will give some brilliant answers to the questions that we'll ask them later on about why they've got involved in computing studies and where they're planning to go with it in the future as well. Here's our plan for today too. So we've got an introduction question coming up in a wee minute using Mentimeter. So please have a device ready to answer that first question. We've then got a section about why computing science matters. So we've got that in two parts. We've then got our student interviews as well. We'll have group 1 followed by group 2. We've got another chat discussion using Mentimeter towards the end. And then if you have got any questions in your classrooms, then you can send those in on the YouTube live chat, and we'll come to those at the end of the session. We also have an end of session survey that we're going to ask you to fill in as well. So we'll put that QR code up for you towards the end of the session. But please do use the YouTube live chat. It's there for you to send us your thoughts, send us your questions as well, and we'll put those to our students as time goes on. So the first thing that we're going to get you to do is that Mentimeter number 1. So please, can you scan the QR code and answer the question that is there for you? The question is, for the first one, is what do you already know about computing science? So if you're in your classrooms, scan that QR code or visit the website that's on the screen just now and let us know what you already know about computing science. I'll disappear for a wee moment whilst you're scanning that. I'll put the funky music back on and then I'll be back in about 2 minutes time to share some responses with you. So let us know in the chat what your thoughts are. Scan the QR code, visit Mentimeter and fill in the questions. So we can see lots of answers coming in already. We've got things like a computer as a device that accepts information and manipulates it for some results based on a program, software, or sequence of instructions. We've got cybersecurity written in there. We've got it's everywhere too. We've got programming, how to take a computer apart. We've got such things like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript in there as well. So those are all really good answers that we are seeing coming in on the Mentimeter. Thank you for accessing that. It's good to see that our little QR code has worked as well. So keep on answering things in there as we go. And we will move our little slideshow onto the next part, which is our first part of why computing science matters. So this is the main reason that we're here today, is to try and discuss with you guys why computing science is important and why you might want to consider it for a future career. So first of all, 1 in 10 of all Scottish job vacancies are currently in the tech sector. So 10% of job vacancies are to do with technology. So that means that a high proportion of jobs in Scotland are based on technology. According to data from Skills Development Scotland, there will be around 15,600 job openings for tech professionals every year. So that means that we've got a jobs market to fill. We are looking for lots of these jobs to get filled in the coming years, and there may be an increase in that as time goes on as well. So there is lots of openings there that need to get filled, and it's maybe you guys that are watching today who are going to be the ones who fill them. The most in-demand tech jobs in the UK are still software developers. These positions make up 9% of all tech jobs, with prospective developers being offered an average salary of £64,000, which is a 12% increase on what it was 4 years ago. So the salary, I know that the young people that we're going to be speaking to later on might mention this too, salaries are good in the tech industry. If you look there, a Java developer is likely to earn an average of £80,000, and an IT systems architect is likely to earn an average of £93,000. So if money is a factor in your future choices, then a tech career is a really good option for that. Women as well, it's important to stress this, that women make up only 23% of the digital technologies workforce in Scotland. So obviously the split in the population is 50-50 between men and women, but we've got only 23% of women making up the digital technologies workforce. So they are trying as much as they possibly can to try and close this gender gap. And if you are a female, you may be incentivized to join the tech profession in order to close that gap as time goes on. So we will come back to seeing some more statistics about computing science as time goes on. But one of the main reasons that we are here today, probably the main reason, is to actually meet the students that we're going to be talking with this morning. So we've got them in two groups as we go on. So we are going to meet our first group just now. So I'm going to take this slide away here, and I'm going to add in, first of all, Tyler, who is from the University of St Andrews. Good morning, Tyler.
Good morning, all.
Morning. We have also got Pippa, who is from the University of Glasgow. Morning, Pippa.
Good morning.
And finally, in this first group, we've got Jaden, who is at Edinburgh College. Good morning, Jaden.
Hello.
Hello. We'll start with you, Jaden, for this first one. And that is, what is the course that you're on, and what does the learning and teaching look like on your course?
Well, I'm currently in my second year of the computing science HND. Majority of our classes are face-to-face and consist of a small amount of theory followed by practical work. So the practical is generally coding exercises or small projects. Where we are assigned projects, we generally get to do them in our own time, whether it be at college or at home. So the flexibility is nice.
Nice, excellent. Tyler, same one to you. What is it that you're studying on your course, and what's the teaching and learning looking like?
Yeah, so I'm in my fourth year 5 in an integrated master's in computer science. And generally for your kind of first year, first 2 years, it's much more, I guess, practical based. You're mainly focused on coding because they don't expect you to ever have learned how to do programming before. And then when you start kind of moving throughout, it widens up quite a lot, so you're able to kind of choose more of what interests you. In terms of the practicals, they're very open. Right now, I've got a practical on for computer security, where the entire spec is basically 2 sentences of make a file hosting server. I'm going to try to hack it. Don't let me. So from there, it's yeah.
It looks like you've got some fans in the chat as well. There's some people who obviously know you from your school days or your college days too, which is great. And Pippa, what about yourself? What is it that you're studying on your course, and what's the teaching and learning looking like?
So I'm third year now. In first year, we mostly studied Python, and then it was Java. This year, it's C. Is our main focus for like coding languages. We have a lot of team projects this year, especially. We're doing a group project for a tire company, Tire Runner. So we designed like a web app for them, which is really cool. But yeah, most of our lectures are in person as well. We've got like most of them recorded as well, which is really good.
Brilliant, thank you. Pippa, what is it that you enjoy most about your course as well?
Probably the group work. I really like algorithms. Just the component, we've been able to do an algorithms component like every year, but the group work this year has been really good. It's really interesting. We get to meet up with the company representative, and we get marked on our meetings with them, and it's really fun. So
great,
it's interesting.
Brilliant. Jaden, what about yourself? What is it that you enjoy most about your course?
For me, it's got to be the coding. It's enjoyable to think about ways to solve problems and implement your own solutions from scratch. So even writing the algorithms preceding the code can be fun, as it's quite involved mentally. So that's got to be my favorite part.
Brilliant. And Tyler, for yourself, what is the favorite part that you enjoy on yours?
It's probably just the freedom compared to my days in high school. I studied the last year abroad in Canada, so I was able to have that opportunity. A lot, I guess, being able to speak to my professors on a much more kind of one-to-one level. So in my department, we're not allowed to use surnames or titles. I haven't referred to any of my teachers as Mr. or Doctor for the last 4 years, and I don't really think I like going back to that. So it's just kind of being on a one-to-one level with everyone and being kind of free to explore outside of Scotland with it.
Brilliant. Tyler, I'll come to you for this next one too. Why do you think the pupils that are watching this live stream today should consider taking a degree in computing science in the future?
Well, as you alluded to before, it's obviously very well paid. It's still the highest paying degree in the UK in general, I believe, that or economics, and it's a lot more fun in economics. Outside of that, though, because technology is so ingrained in everything that we do in our lives, it also becomes, I guess, a quintessential part of whatever other hobbies that you have. For instance, I have friends that, play music and eventually kind of went doing music production, looked at their software and went, hey, wouldn't it be good if? And so many times I have friends that went, wouldn't it be good if on something that they were doing completely irrelevant to their coursework, went into that and ended up making it just a core part of their hobby.
Brilliant. Great answer, Tyler. Jaden, for yourself, why do you think the school pupils should consider taking a degree in computing science?
I think it's a safe choice as a career. There's also many paths you can go down. So after you finish a computing science course, there's a lot of different job titles that you could pick and so many different areas you could go into. You can definitely find something you'll enjoy. And well, obviously the money.
And Pippa, for yourself, why do you think pupils should consider taking a degree in computing science?
Yeah, obviously the money and the different careers that you can do as well. But there's so many opportunities to travel. Every company that I've talked to, they've said a lot of international companies I've talked to, they can put you in offices all over the world. They said there's a lot of times you can speak to them and you can move countries. It's just really fun that way as well.
Brilliant. And to finish off with, Pippa, what is your future plans after your course is finished? What's your current thoughts?
I'm doing a year in industry, so I changed my degree about a month ago. You can use your degree really fast in computing as well, just because it's such a changing sector. I guess they're very there's so many opportunities to do different things with your degree, just even within it. But I've chosen to do a year abroad. I think I've applied for a lot in France, Portugal. You can apply for them anywhere over Europe, and because it's part of my course now, it gets me a master's degree just for doing a year in industry, which is really good. So that's my plans for the moment.
Excellent. Jaden, what about yourself? What are your future plans once your course is complete?
Well, I'm currently in my last year of the HND, and the Edinburgh College has got an associate degree with Heriot-Watt, which basically means as long as you get good grades in your exams, then at the end of the year you get to go into the third year of uni. So if you're not quite ready for uni yet, it's a good idea to actually go into a HNC or a HND first to see how it goes. And then you've always got the option to just join into uni later at the same time you would have if you started uni at the same time anyway.
Excellent. And finally, Tyler, the same one to you. What are your future plans after you've completed your course?
I'm still rather undecided, but I have been considering going on to do a PhD. Right now, I'm writing a paper and we're applying to conferences. So I might hopefully be going out to Denver, Colorado on the university's dime to be able to present my work to other computer scientists abroad. And if I like that, why not go and do it more?
Excellent. Thank you so much to Pippa and Tyler and Jaden for their contributions. If you do have any questions for Tyler, Pippa, Jaden, and also our other students, we've got a Q&A session coming up at the end of today's live stream. So feel free to send some questions through on the live chat and we can get those asked later on. But for the time being, a massive thank you to Tyler, Jaden, and Pippa. We may see them later on in the stream, but I'm going to remove them for the time being. I'm going to put the slides back in. And we're going to move on to the next part of why computing science matters. So the first, or the next reason I should say, is the most in-demand skill sets as outlined in this year's Scottish Technology Industry Survey are for data skills. So 69% of businesses surveyed stated that they are looking for these skills as part of the jobs that they are creating. Artificial intelligence and machine learning skills. So 63% of businesses surveyed stated that they were looking for these skills. And I'm sure a lot of you are aware of the advancement in AI over the last 2 or 3 years. Software developers as well, and web developers too. 61% of businesses surveyed stated that they were looking for these skills. And with sales and marketing skills, 80% of businesses surveyed stated they were looking for these skills, with 39% reporting a high requirement for these skills. So regardless of the business type, lots of these businesses are looking for technology to be used within the jobs that they're creating for the jobs market. Scotland, though, only produces around 5,000 new recruits every year into the industry through the graduate route. And this means that if we are to meet tech sector demand, then we need alternative ways to educate, encourage, and progress young people into the industry. So this program that we're delivering today provides a new way to help encourage young people into the tech sector by showcasing learners talking about their own digital learning journeys. So you could go the college route, you could go the university route, you could go the apprenticeship route. There's lots of different journeys that would work for you. It's up to you to decide what the best one of those would be. So we are now going to go and meet our second half of our students. So we're going to be joined first of all by Patrick and Reese, who are from Borders College. Morning, guys. We've also got Nikita, who is at University of West of Scotland.
Good morning.
We have Tina, who is a student over at Dumfries and Galloway College.
Morning.
Finally, we have Emily, who is also at Dumfries and Galloway College as well. So morning to you guys there. I'm going to start by speaking to Reese and Patrick over in the Borders. So first of all, boys, what is the course that you're currently studying and how does the learning and teaching work within it?
We're currently doing HNC cybersecurity, and a lot of the work that we're doing is on campus is probably the correct term to say. It's all face-to-face with our tutors. But we do get some of the work that we're expected to complete at home instead of here.
We also do, with what you were saying with the online course, we do get a bit to do. We get work sent home that we are expected to do over that period of time for class on the next due date. But it's always face-to-face interactions.
Brilliant. Thank you. Let's go to Nikita next. Nikita, what is the course that you're studying and what is the learning teaching looking like?
So I'm an undergraduate student in computing science, and most of our course is delivered face-to-face. It's really great. It enables engagement with your lecturer and peers. Also, we are studying a lot of, so I'm first year, so in our first year covers several fundamental areas of computing. We are studying Python in our introduction to programming. It's a really versatile programming language and you can do anything with it from web application to data analysis. We also study web development, where we learn to create websites and understand how the internet works. And we also have computing systems, which it gives us necessary knowledge about computer hardware. So yeah, that's it.
Great. Thank you, Nikita. Tina, coming to you next. What is it that you're studying on your course and how does the teaching and learning work?
Good morning. Well, I am like Patrick and Reece studying in HNC in cybersecurity at the Dumfries College. We've got 2 full days in the college, 1 day remote. We cover quite a wide scope of topics, everything from ethical hacking to computer architecture, data security. So you're learning all about your GDPR, stuff like that. Yeah, so it's a really good mix. It's a nice mix. There is a lot of work to do at home as well. You know, if you really want to make the knowledge stick, then it's worthwhile doing as much as you can in your everyday life. And because technology is so prevalent, it's actually easier than you would imagine it could be.
Great. Thank you, Tina. And Emily, coming to you as well. What is it that you're studying for your course, and how does the teaching and learning work with you?
Well, I'm studying the same as Tina, as we're in the same college. I'm studying HNC cybersecurity. I forgot the rest of your question. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Just how does the teaching and learning work? Is it face to face? Is it online? Is it with tutors?
Well, we're in face to face 2 times a week, and we have 1 class that's online. I find the face to face best. I find it a lot easier to work with the teacher right there next to me.
Great. Thank you for sharing. Emily, I'll stay with you for this one too. What is it that you enjoy most about your course? What's the favourite aspect of it?
Well, a lot of people probably wouldn't agree with me, but I enjoyed the learning.
That's the right answer, given we've got pupils on this call.
I love to learn about everything we're doing, about all these different things I didn't know before, about cybersecurity. I didn't know how much malware can affect people and how to fix it and stuff, which we are learning about, which I'm really excited about.
Good. Great answer, Emily. Tina, what about for you? What is it that you enjoy most about your course?
For me, I quite enjoy the social aspect of it. We're quite new into our year, but hearing everybody's different points of view, because we've got a mixed class with older learners and younger learners, so kind of hearing where everybody comes from, I find quite enlightening. I was in a professional setting before college, so yeah, you got out of the habit of being around different groups of people. You know, you're just with your workies, and that's what it was. And then you kind of come out into the world, take a bit of a breath of air, and realize there's a lot more going on. There's a lot more opinions to be had. There's a lot to learn from different people. So I've enjoyed that.
Brilliant. Thank you. Nikita, what about for yourself? What is your most enjoyable part of your course?
Yeah, so in my opinion, what I find most rewarding is project-based assessment approach in our course. Instead of the traditional exams, we often work in practical projects that simulate real-world scenarios. Some of these are group projects which is really great in my opinion, because it enables your communication and developing your team skills. So yeah, that's the part that I'm really enjoying.
Great, thank you. And Patrick and Reece, what is the most enjoyable part of the course for you?
I agree with Emily on this one. It's the learning behind it. Like, I love just learning about the future. So right now our main topic is AI at the moment, and we're learning about the things that AI is going to bring to the future, how it works, and I absolutely love that part. But my favorite part that I'm really looking forward to that we've not fully done yet is practical stuff. So in ethical hacking, we're going to be hacking into webcams, going into servers, and I'm so excited to do the practical aspect of the work.
And you were telling me yesterday about ethical hacking and how that differs from unethical hacking. What's the difference there, Patrick?
Well, one you get permission for, and the other one, slight bit of a grey area there.
I'm sure. Patrick and Reece, what about the pupils that are watching today? Why should they consider taking a degree or a college course in computing science?
I mean, you get to learn a lot about how the world around us works right now and is going to work. But on top of that, there is a lot of vacancies in Scotland, especially for jobs in the computing sector, especially cybersecurity. There's not as many people, not young people doing that course, or people doing that course to fill in those vacancies.
There's also such a wide opportunity of things you can pick, from digital forensics, which is more on a crime scene, ethical hacking, which is more on like a going into servers kind of thing, cybersecurity, protecting a company, digital architect, building systems. there's such a wide range that it can really fill anyone's desire.
Great, thank you. Nikita, what is it for you? Why do you think our people should consider taking a degree in computing science?
So, in my opinion, computing science offers exceptional career prospects in today's world, and every sector from healthcare to finance relies on technology and needs computer expertise. If you enjoy problem solving and have an interest in technology, this field provides numerous opportunities for growth. So, yeah, your skills basically are really highly transferable and you can do anything you want with that. And it's really a great opportunity for you to do something that you enjoy and at the same time have a great pay grade.
Excellent. Tina, what about for yourself? Why should our pupils that are watching today's live stream consider taking that degree in computing science?
I think from the oldie worldly view of things, you know, technology is here to stay, and I think you're career proof. You know, if you can get yourself a good base foundation, and that isn't even if you going straight into tech industries. I mean, it can help you, like Nikita said. You know, it's it's how transferable these skills can be. You don't have to go into the tech industry if you feel that that's not where you want to go. But the skills, the things that they teach you, because the world is so much more digital now, it will be useful across all walks of your life. So yeah, I would definitely say get to college, learn it, even if it's just for some base information, even if you don't plan on doing anything with it for a career. It's really, really informative. And you know, half of the stuff we've grown up with, like virus protection, firewalls, you know, how to actually look after your own bits of kit at home. You know, you're understanding your network if you've got any issues. So yeah, I would think like everybody in the world would benefit from a good base knowledge of cyber and digital. Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you, Tina. And Emily, why, in your opinion, do you think pupils should consider taking a degree in computing science?
In my view, I think they should because it's fun. It seems difficult when you think about it and you look at what you can do, but when you get into it, it's a lot easier. You learn it quickly and it's not too hard to understand once you're into it.
Great, thank you. Emily, just to finish off with yourself, what is your future plans once you've completed your course? Where do you see your kind of digital journey taking you?
I hope to be what is known in the industry as a red hat, where you would work your way into a building to get to their server room, obviously under a contract by the higher ups, but it would be to test their systems and the defenses and building defenses as well. Could I get past the receptionist sort of thing? That's what I'm really wanting to do.
And is that kind of along the lines of that ethical hacking sort of thing?
Yes, I would have to find my way into a server room and hack their server, and they would have to try and stop me.
With their permission.
Robbers. Yes.
Excellent, thank you, Emily. Patrick and Reese, what is it for you? Where's your future digital journey going to be taking you, hopefully?
Where I want to go is, I've always wanted to go to my university, which is Aberdeen in Dundee, is where I've always wanted to go. And the reason I picked this course, like HNC Cyber at Borders College, is because it leads a great pathway to go to like many different universities. But the one I really want to go to, this pathway that's given me, is to go straight to Aberdeen to learn a specialised career in ethical hacking. Is mainly my priority.
I've more started thinking about leaning more into the cybersecurity and trying to find a job in that sort of area or pursuing my education further.
Great, thank you. Nikita, for yourself, where is your future plans hopefully going to take you?
So my career aspirations lie in machine learning or data science. I do like math a lot, and it is needed in these fields, which is particularly the reason. These fields involve developing systems that can learn from data to make intelligent decisions, like speech recognition systems or predictive analysis tools. The job market in this area is expanding rapidly, which is really great, and you have a lot of options to consider there.
Brilliant. And finally, Tina, what is your future plans? Where do you see your degree taking you once you've got it?
Well, as an older student, again, I've probably seen a lot of my career as it is already. So I was just looking at future-proofing the skills I already had. So I was in administration, so I worked within a corporate company. So I'm just looking for skills to be able to focus down the route, I suppose, to go on into the future. Now that digital's coming on, AI's coming on, there's a lot of job in the job market that are going to be moved. You know, there'll no longer be labour required to do the job. So yeah, just I joined the college in a way of exploring future prospects. I'm not entirely settled on what I'm going to do with the skills that I learn yet. But penetration testing seems to be what they call pen testing, seems to be quite a popular one. A lot of vacancies, good money, etc. So, yeah, I'd like to make the point though about the maths. Nikita said about the math. I'm not a strong mathematician by any stretch of the imagination, and some of the maths has been a little challenging, but it's really rewarding. You know, once you nail it, and it's not really that difficult. You just have to persevere and have some patience. Once you nail it, you know, it's really rewarding. And you think, what was I so worried about that for? So don't be intimidated by the fact that there's math involved there, because it's not. And if you go to a good educational institution, and you'll get great lecturers and they will walk you through it. And it really isn't, it shouldn't put anybody off.
Brilliant. Good answer, Tina. Thank you very much. So we're going to say goodbye now to Patrick, Reese, Nikita, Emily, and Tina. Thank you so much for your answers. Excuse me. If any of you have got any questions in the live chat, please do send them through and we might pop them over to the guys later on. But for the time being, we are going to return to our Mentimeter, and we've got our second question coming up here for you. So that is along the lines of, let me just get it up. If you studied computing studies, what career paths could this help you with? So if you were to study computing science, what career paths could this help you with? Please go onto the Mentimeter by clicking on the QR code. I'll put the music back on for a wee second, and then I'll share some answers with you in a wee moment. Okay, lots of responses coming through already. We've got things like cybersecurity, we've got game design, ethical, ethical hacking, which has been mentioned a few times before. People mentioning esports too, if you're playing Fortnite, for example. What else have we got here? Paywall bypassing too, an engineer, cybersecurity software developer. We've got the one about the red hat as well, which is something that I've learned today too. Teaching as well is another one that could potentially help you there. You could be a computing science teacher in a high school, for instance. Loads of great answers coming through there. Thank you so very much for sharing. We are now going to move on with our Q&A for our students. I don't see any questions in the comments, so there's none that's there coming through. But if you would like to ask one, please feel free to do so. We can move on to the survey, and then if any questions do pop up, we can ask those for our students. But in the meantime, we've not got any coming through at this moment in time. So we will move forward to this last part, which is our Meet the Learner College and University Student Survey. We'd like you to scan the QR code and answer the event survey, or visit the website that's on screen. And that is for you to let us know what you thought about today's session. You can let us know which school you're attending, which year group you're in, whether this event has raised your awareness of computing science, whether it's helped with possible subject choices as well. And as a result of today's event, are you more likely to choose computing as a subject to study in the future? So please do scan those QR codes just now, and you can let us know what your thoughts are on that. If you do have any questions, do feel free to pop them in the chat as well, and we can get those asked to the students. There is one that's just came through just now saying, could you tell us about how many lectures, tutorials and labs you have in a typical week? Is there any of our students who would be happy to answer that? If you would be happy to answer it, maybe pop your hand up so we can see you and pop you on the screen. So that is about how many lectures and tutorials you have in a typical week. Let's add Tyler in just now. So Tyler, typical week for you, how many lectures, tutorials and labs do you have?
I have very, very few lectures and labs, actually. I've only got about 4 lectures a week and maybe 2 tutorial / labs as a 4th year. Typically in like earlier years, it's a lot more. So I think in my first year, it was roughly like 6 lectures a week and 3 tutorials. But I'm also currently working on a lot more, I guess, not class-driven things. So I'm working a lot more on research. So it definitely has lessened my kind of scheduling. So it's all based on kind of what I have to do at whatever time.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Tyler. We have another one that's just came in too, saying, do you have the opportunity to meet any tech businesses as part of your course? Would anyone be willing to answer that one? I can see Pippa popping her hand up. Thank you. So opportunities to meet tech businesses as part of your course. Does that come into play for you, Pippa?
Yeah, so we have regular careers fairs. So we have like about 2 a year. And you go around and you get to talk to different company representatives. There's always Barclays at Glasgow Uni. We also get lectures in 2nd year a lot about, we had someone from Barclays come in and a lot of JP Morgan people come in to actually take a lecture for us. They came like into our lecture time. This year we actually work with a company. It's 40% of our grade is a group project with a company designing software for them. So we get a lot of opportunities.
Great. Thank you very much for sharing that, Pippa. I'm just going to ask one as well, which I'm going to throw out. And if anyone wants to ask it, please do. What types of technology do you actually either need or do you use when you're doing your course? So is it on Windows laptops? Is it iPads? What actual technology do you have when you're taking part in your course? If anyone's able to pop their hand up and let us know the answer to that, that would be brilliant. Let's go over to Borders College with Patrick and Reese. So what technology do you use over there?
So at Borders College, we get given a college loan laptop that we get to take away with us to do all our work at home if we need to pick up on any extra work. But for like some of the courses itself, so like digital forensic mainly, we use different technologies like FDK Imager, which is just allows you to see a bunch of like deleted files, like someone deletes files, you can just take a map of it in a system and see all the deleted files and everything. We have DView for USB DView, which is basically just you can see all the USB working, when it was last accessed, how it was accessed. And here we go.
Autopsy as well. Rich, you want to say how you used to pronounce it?
I used to pronounce autopsy as autospy, which is just definitely not the way you say
it. Very good. Very brave admitting that in a live stream as well. Thank you, lads. And our final question, which has just came in, do you have any opportunities to study other subjects as part of your course? So, for example, a chance to study a language or an art subject. Does any of our university pupils want to come in on that one? Tyler, thank you so much again. So other subjects, do you have the opportunity to study those?
Yeah, so in first year, you have to take subjects outside of computer science. I personally did maths, although in retrospect I probably would have preferred doing something like philosophy. You usually aren't able to go into arts, so it's kind of more constrained to sciences and what's kind of deemed in both. So philosophy has branches in both. Languages is usually seen as its own separate thing, but typically you won't have like computer science and history, for example.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Tyler. What we're going to do just before we wrap up is I'm going to bring a fair few of our students back on screen just to say a final thank you and goodbye. So we've got Tina, we've got Nikita, we've got Reese and Patrick, and we've got Tyler. Thank you so much, folks. Thank you so much for your time and your expertise today. I'm hoping that our young people have taken an awful lot from it. Thank you so much to you guys. And also massive thank you to Pippa and Emily and Nikita as well. Huge thanks for your contributions, and we'll hopefully hear from you again sometime soon. Thank you so much. So that comes to the end of our live stream today. Hope you found it very useful. Hope you've enjoyed the session as well. We have another session in a few weeks' time where we're talking to other learners as part of this approach. So if any schools fancy signing up for that one, I think it's on November the 26th. There's details on the DigiScotLearn website about that, so feel free to do that if you want to. And for the rest of the day, I hope you have a really good one and that you enjoyed today's session. So from me, Roddy Graham, thank you so much for joining us and enjoy the rest of your day.